What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Walter Lee Smith III, aka Mr. Gamer Smith, and welcome back for more content. And today, we will be talking about auditory processing disorder. Okay? But first, I want to wish all of you guys a happy Sunday. I love all of you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this cool weather. I hope you guys are spending quality time with your family. And yeah, God bless all of you guys. I love all of you guys. God bless. God bless. Amen. 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 Okay, so in today's video, we will be talking about auditory processing disorder. And many of you have no idea what that is. Okay? Auditory processing disorder is a hearing problem that affects 3 to 5% of school-aged children. And kids with this condition is also known as central auditory processing disorder. And we can't understand what we can hear in the same way that other kids do. And that's because our ears and brains don't fully coordinate. Okay? So, for instance, like, I have a hard time jumping into conversations. Okay? And whenever my mom and dad have a conversation, I'm just in the back seat on my phone, quiet the whole time. Quiet. Even when I try to listen to their conversation, I won't be able to process it. But if they break it down more clearly, then yes, I will. So, another example would be my mom and my dad asking me favors, multiple favors. So, like, if my mom asks me, Tico, can you please give me a cold bottle of water and bring me back my glasses? And then, can you get my phone from the car? And then, go to the laundry room, take out the clothes from the washing machine, put them in the dryer, take out the dry clothes out of the dryer, put them in the basket, and then bring them back in home. Bro, that's a lot of directions. I need the directions to be asked one at a time. Okay? Because it helps me to process information much easier by chunking information. Okay? At the age of 5, I was diagnosed with auditory processing disorder. And sometimes I have a hard time remembering and following multi-step directions. Just like I said. And I still do. But it is what it is. And my mom had to quit her job in order to educate me. This was the age of 5. And I did learn a lot. I learned a lot. I learned colors, alphabets, how to play. But here's what I have, what's called short-term memory. That's what it's called. And it allows me to remember for only a short period of time. And when my parents went to the doctors, and the doctors told us that my short-term memory was damaged. And so my parents decided that they would help me remember by overloading my long-term memory. By learning the fun way, such as songs, watching videos, learning with candy, learning colors with candy, rhyming, YouTube, all of these fun stuff. Oh yeah, and color cards. Color cards were also helpful too. And many of you guys probably know that my mom is an amazing photographer. And she decided to make a book for me that has pictures of me with different memories to teach me how to remember and how to do all of these things again. Same thing every day. And I'm going to show you guys. This was my favorite book. And I read it every day. And I enjoyed this book very much. And look, you can see me with different memories, me and my morning routine, getting ready to play, lunchtime, all of these fun stuff. So yeah, that's how I learned to remember the long-term memory way. And my mom and dad, my parents also use some form of cute speech, which is a visual system of communication used with and among deaf or hard of hearing people. And so my mom will make me read her lips like this: waffle, dog, cat, something like that. And then every time I would say it correctly, she would give me a piece of candy. Every time I would say it correctly, the letter, the word, or phrase correctly, she would just offer me a piece of candy. And that's when I learned to speak and to learn words. But then my mom would cover her mouth and whisper the word with her hand to see if I could say the word. And yet I did. So something like this: waffle, Walter, water, something like that. And yeah, so I did learn a lot. I had fun when I was little. And that was the only way that I could learn. That was the only way that mom could teach me. So I did learn differently than others, yes. And in school, I think I was in first grade. In school, I had this teacher named Miss Jones. She was a magnificent reading teacher. Oh my gosh, Miss Jones. I hope you're doing well, Miss Jones, if you're watching this video, just in case. But she would actually break the story down to me. That way I could chunk and process the information much easier. So she would chunk it into pieces. So whenever people chunk the information and say it differently, I would be able to understand it. But if they just say blah, 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 I won't understand it. And I'm like, okay. But yeah. Back to auditory processing disorder. Yeah. Okay, so whenever I do multi-step favors, we're going back to the multi-step favors. And whenever my dad asks me, or my mom, to do this, my brain's like, that is a lot of steps. So it will be easier if I just go do the first favor and then go back to do what's asked. And then do the other favor and then go back. Then do the other one, then go back. Then do the other one. Do. That would be really easy for me. So, yeah. And that's hard. That was hard for me to do. But that's okay. Right? Listen, guys. I just want to keep encouraging you and your children to be brave. Keep being brave. Okay? Keep walking. Keep walking. No matter how scared you are. Just keep walking until you get there. Okay? I also want to share that auditory processing disorder. It can make me feel sad. It can make me feel angry. It can make me feel depressed. All this stuff. Okay? And whenever I just think, I'm thinking about the future of what's going to happen. And it's scary. It's really scary. But it could happen to me. If I grow up to be a grown man, if I'm a grown man, I could be fully deaf if I'm a grown man, and not hear anything ever again. I won't hear the birds tweet. I won't hear the wind. I won't hear voices. I won't hear anything. And that's what I'm scared of. And I just want to keep hearing things. I just want to keep hearing the sound of beautiful nature that God has created in this world. And, that's what I'm scared of. Growing up, being fully deaf. But, it could happen. And it is what it is if it happens. That's why you have to prepare yourself for the future. And, yes, I do have to start thinking more about these things when I have my own home. Because, if I go to sleep and somebody breaks into my house without me knowing and hearing the alarm system, that's a wrap. That's not good, It's a wrap for my stuff and for my house and for me. That's what I'm scared of. And you have to be prepared. You have to tell yourself, okay, what's the next step? Anyways, that is my story. But yeah, this book right here is my absolute favorite. Bath time. This is the way we brush our teeth. All this stuff. This book was my childhood also. And thank you, Mom. Shout out to my mother for making that book for me. And that right there is my favorite book. I don't know if I'm able to keep it in my room. But if I'm not able to keep it in my room, then that's okay. I'll give it back to you. I can just put it on my shelf. If you want to, I'll do my best to keep it away from Josie. But yeah, by the way, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and share. And if you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them down in the comments below, and I promise I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And remember, speak up and let the world hear you, because you definitely have something to say. As always, I'll see you guys next weekend. I hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday, enjoying this cool weather, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys. Peace.